Welcome to AutoVision News live at AutoSens. We're here in Detroit at the Michigan Science Center for an exciting 2 days of ADAS and automotive thought leadership. AutoSens is a best-in-class event that brings together the ADAS community from across the globe. And the industry experts that you see and meet here in Detroit are helping shape the future of mobility. One such expert joining us today here at AutoSens Detroit 2022 is Soshun Arai. He is the VP of Strategy and Business Development at Tier 4. He has over 20 years of experience in the automotive industry in Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United States. He is responsible for the strategy to scale T4's businesses, including partnerships between semiconductor companies, Tier 1s, and OEMs. When he worked for ARM, which is when I first met Soshun at AutoSens Detroit a few years ago, when he was with ARM, he founded the Autonomous Vehicle Computing Consortium, which we'll come back to later in this interview. He holds a master's degree in electrical engineering from Tokyo University of Science. Joining us here at AutoVision News live at AutoSens. Continue? Okay. So after some small technical difficulties, we are back. Wi-Fi technology, but
needs to be improved.
Yes. So here we are once again, Soshun. So as we had started off the interview, I mentioned that I had first met you a few years ago here. You were working for ARM. You're the founder of the Autonomous Vehicle Computing Consortium. You have your master's degree in electrical engineering from Tokyo University of Science. However, you are with Tier 4 now, so a different move for you. Tier 4's products for autonomous driving, particularly open source software. Let's talk about all of that. Yep. Tell us about Tier 4, the open source solution, and then how you approach the market overall.
So Tier 4 is an AD software company, headquartered in Tokyo. We have an office in Palo Alto, I belong to. And we developed the full AD software called AutoWare.
Yes.
And then we open source it.
Right.
And then Tier 4 today developed two products. One is customized reference design based on AutoWare.
Yes.
The second one is a cloud-native DevOps tools.
Okay. So why, Soshun, then open source software? Why is that important to, say, developing and deploying affordable autonomous vehicles? What is the importance of that and the importance of that ecosystem?
Sure.
Yeah.
So, autonomous driving software or autonomous driving technology itself is very, very expensive. It requires a huge amount of software development and also a lot of computing horsepower. I know that it's very expensive.
Sure.
But autonomous driving is to be everywhere. So it means everybody is entitled to the benefit of the autonomous driving technology.
Right.
And then to do that, or to democratize the autonomous driving technology, we believe open source is the best way.
Sure.
And then because the community can bring the benefit, the expertise and the development and the shared cost based on the open source. That is our vision of the Tier 4. Right. That is why we decided to open source AutoWare maybe 7 years ago.
Okay. So in addition to AutoWare, digital twin software and then software-defined cars, both big topics here at AutoSens. How does Tier 4 approach both of those things?
Yes. So our second product, a cloud-native DevOps tools called Web.auto, provide the simulator and also DevOps and MLOps,
Sure.
and OTA. That is tightly coupled with AutoWare.
Sure.
On the edge side.
Okay.
And then our cloud-native DevOps tools, Web.auto, running in the cloud.
Okay.
And it's tightly coupled together. And then it gives the digital twins to the developer, because developer have to develop the software in the cloud using Web.auto, and then deploy the software onto the AutoWare. That's AD software on the vehicle. That is digital twin.
Right.
And then we partner with Amazon AWS. So under the partnership, Tier 4 can provide a digital twin solution to the market. But this is based on the open source. That means very affordable. And also, user can add or customize by themselves, because we are technology open source.
Right. Soshun, in general, when you look at ADAS and the automotive market and autonomy, what are just some of the challenges you see that have yet to be addressed in this industry when it comes to self-driving vehicles or even just higher level ADAS?
So still, of course, ADAS technology is emerging, and also it's reached a certain level to achieve maybe 2.5, 3.
Right.
But it's still black box solution.
Okay.
And also it's very expensive.
Yes.
And then to break through that situation, I think open source can help.
Yeah.
Right. And then challenge for the open source is a certification. Functional safety certification is challenging right now.
Right.
But a lot of company or research tackle this problem. And the Tier 4 also is developing the functional safety technology right now. And then I think the Tier 4 and then also the AutoWare Foundation can help to shape the autonomous driving technology. Right. And also we need a partnership to tackle a functional safety problem issue.
Of course. So the Autonomous Vehicle Computing Consortium, what inspired you to found that organization, and tell us a little bit about it?
That's similar, to be honest. Sure. So 7 years ago, ARM was not the player for ADAS nor ADAS. And also, even 7 years ago, AV technology existed.
Right.
But we discussed same one. Very expensive.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
And then I was thinking how to break the situation.
Right.
Only one is a partnership. Right. Bring the expertise together to develop the better solution to reduce the cost. That's a vision I had before. Then that motivated me to launch AVCC.
Sure. Sure.
Now I'm doing a similar job at the Tier 4, but it's smaller. But I'm pretty sure industry needs more partnership and engagement.
Yes.
And then open source is the best way.
Open source is the best way. And just, again, for our viewers, just to recap, open source helps reduce the cost, right?
And also require the involvement, right?
The involvement.
That's very important. Right. So company to be involved and contribute together and contribute engineering resources, that's very important. That gives more opportunity for the engineer to learn new technology. That is the best way to reduce the cost and also improve their efficiency, the development, in-house design.
Yes. What inspired you to study electrical engineering?
Oh, actually, I wanted to become the engineer for robotics.
Okay. Okay.
And then I realized that to design robotics was enormous. And then I decided to be the part of that. That was a communication part.
Sure. Of course. Of course. Well, Soshun, we're so glad that you could join us. It's good to get caught up. Excited for everything with Tier 4. So from all of us here at AutoSens and from all of us here at AutoVision News, we want to wish you the best of luck going forward. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
With Soshun Arai from Tier 4, we will continue our AutoSens live broadcast here to the AutoVision News LinkedIn page, kind of on a floating clock today. We have a full schedule today and tomorrow, but it has turned out to be a busy day of events here. So we just thank you for bearing with us as we kind of operate on a floating clock. We will catch up with you later this afternoon. This is AutoVision News live at AutoSens Detroit 2022.